performer. So that just goes to show, like, it's like if you really want something and if you tell yourself, I really do that thing in the mirror where I'm like, you're a star, you're going to freaking make it, you're beautiful, you're intelligent. I do it I swear on my life, I do that every morning. And, I've come so far, and everyone just has to believe in themselves, because so many people have been given not the best life growing up. But it's up to you to change it and let go. And like how your friend said, stop being a victim,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here, here. If we had a glass of wine, I hear cheers. All right. So this is our segment where you can now change it, where you can ask us questions. You, the musical guest, host, Sotaria, asking us questions. There you go.
Get to put us in the hot seat.
Ooh. Okay, what was like the most what's the most challenging part of your work that you do?
For the podcast or just in general?
Yes. I was going to say, what's the podcast? Yeah.
Getting sponsors. That is like the biggest challenge that I don't know about Spider, but that's what I have, is trying to make sure the sponsor rate is not too much and not too expensive or whatnot, and then just promoting it hard, because I'm one of those people that don't like to ask money. I've been sponsoring this, putting all the money into this podcast, all I possibly can to, now to the point where, okay, I need help, and it's really hard for me to ask for help. Now I'm asking for sponsorships, donations. We have a Patreon, and going out there and doing that right there is the hardest thing ever. Is trying to say, hey, this is actually a legit business. We are working on being something with this, and so help us out. And that right there is the hardest thing ever, is just asking for sponsorships and help. And yeah, that's the biggest challenge right now, right there.
Business.
Yeah, because we want to get on iHeartRadio. We have 105 people following us, so now we have a chance. But they want us to have our streaming license, and without sponsorships and donations, we're not going to get our streaming license. So we really need that help. That's where we're kind of pushing at, so we can be a legit thing. So, and great, being able to get more out there. So that's the challenge right now that we're having. Well, I am, but I don't know about him, but me.
Well, me, as far as all that goes, it's just in trying to stay focused, because I'm a relatively new father. I have a little girl who's going to be 2 at the end of the month, and she takes up most of my time and attention. And in between her and trying to keep the house in order, and also trying to balance my own various musical career stuff all at the same time, it leaves me scattered all the time. So a lot of times we'll start the show and I might have forgotten even who was supposed to be on the show, what we're supposed to be talking about, I might not even know where I'm at on any given day. But just gotta dive in and just go for it, and never mind the mess, so to speak.
Right. So what's your favorite promotion that you're affiliated with?
Well, one of our sponsors where we really work with is MusicSubmit.com, which you submitted. Thank you. We got 50 cents from you. Yay! And so I have been with MusicSubmit.com since about going on 2 years now. Yeah, actually, be 2 years in May. It'll be 2 years in May. And believe it or not, I found Spider on MusicSubmit.com. Mm-hmm. And I would not even have any of this music without MusicSubmit.com. So I bow down the heck to him. So right now I give him as much kudos as possible that of his help. Michael from MusicSmith.com. Yeah, that's definitely for sure.
Nice.
Trying to get a venue out there in Tacoma to sponsor us, but it's not working yet. We're working on it.
Bigger and better things always.
Time.
Yeah.
Do you guys have have you ever had any mentors that that really helped you come up, or did you just listen to different radio stations? How did you really come into this game?
Oh my God, you're actually going to ask me that question? Oh my God. Wolfman Jack. Oh my God. I bow down to that man. Wolfman Jack I saw him on American Pie. What's that name movie called? But he was on there and he did his announcement, and was just absolutely floored how awesome he was on the movie, and I just wanted to be him. Of course, I would not be like him because I have boobs and he doesn't have boobs. Yeah. But he was amazing. He was my inspiration. I always wanted to meet him. And everyone telling me about when I first really got into podcasting. Oh, he died. He passed away a long time ago. Well, a year or two after I married my ex-husband, I found out clipping that he just passed away. Are you kidding me? I wanted to meet the man. You figures. Ah. And another person who I look up to is also Scott Lander, who is on my Facebook. He checked out the face on my podcast too. I haven't really said anything yet, but we've been friends since I was 16 years old, and he used to be a DJ out here in KGHP 89.9, and it was pretty awesome. Still really good friends with him from Portland, Oregon, and so I look up to him too. So those are the two I look up to.
Right.
To be fair, on my end, I've never actually had a radio show or ever been on the radio. This was my very first attempt to do anything live like this. I've done a lot of being on stage as far as being a musician, but I've never actually been a host of a show at all. So I'm kind of the odd man out, just kind of fumbling my way through. And some days I like to think that it works out pretty good. Shels laughs sometimes. And occasionally I think I'm pretty entertaining. So it's working out so far.
Just rolling with the punches.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. So outside of performing and your podcast and all your passions, what other passions do you guys have that you're really interested in, or charities even, or things like that?
Well, I'm also a model, so I do that on the side. I'm also a graphic web designer, so I do that on the side.
What?
Yes, honeysucklestudios.com is my graphic design. I do all the poster designs. The logo has been mixed in pieces with a lot of people helping me out with it because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with it. So some friends did that for me. So I can't take credit for the logo. It's not mine. But all the poster designs, all the layouts, I've been doing all that stuff that I was been doing. Let's see here, the website, I put that all together, but Erica, one of our voiceovers and editors, she's been helping me with the grammar because my grammar sucks. But yes, I'm also a model. I've been doing model for about 3 years now, and I'm getting ready to do my very first calendar project.
Oh,
yes,
that's exciting.
I'll be starting that in December through January, and we're doing all 12 months of little old me.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. What about you, Spider?
Well, there's not a whole lot of things I get to do in the meantime between raising the kid and doing the show. But when I do get my time to myself, I'm an avid Xbox gamer. I enjoy some Xbox play, and I also do a little bit of just basically shenanigans when I can. I have a couple of buddies that I like to get together and have a few drinks with, and usually we get a little loud, and they get in trouble with their wives. And
oh no!
Generally, they usually end up in a lot of trouble after a visit from me. Unfortunately, I don't do it on purpose. It's not on purpose. It's just it must be one of those things that I do.
You're a bad influencer, Spider.
Yeah,
Maybe just a little. Maybe just a little. I'll give you that.
And also things that he does on the site too. You must know he is also Spider in the Hall. He is a musician, so you can Google his page, Spider in the Hall. His latest album is the best album he has put out. I know him for like about a year now, but Spider in the Hall. Google him. Yeah, just Google him. Anyway, there you
go. What's your favorite Xbox game, or your favorite game in general?
Well, I'm a big fan of shooters generally, but I'm also a big fan of like horror movie style gaming. And my favorite game franchise right now is the Dead Space franchise.
Oh, no!
It's good stuff.
That. I'm just like the innocent bystander, like peeking through my fingers, like while I watch. I can't do it. I really cannot. Because I love playing Xbox too, and like I was really into it. Like they're making another Gears of War, but I'm kind of already starting to. It. But I used to. Oh man, that was like my favorite. I'd play that morning, noon, and night. So. And then Call of Duty, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But
Modern Warfare 2 has probably been my favorite of the series. Everything else after that's kind of been, not quite as good. But still, I mean, if you want to just go in and have a good time, just shoot up a bunch of buddies and just go nuts, that's Call of Duty is the way to go.
Oh, yeah.
I play a lot of Destiny online, which is kind of unfortunate because it's kind of a disappointment, too. But, I've been playing it long enough that I kind of have a soft spot for it, and I do a little bit of fantasy role playing stuff like Skyrim and that kind of thing too for a change of pace.
Oh, nice! See, I never really got into that. I have a lot of friends who are though, for sure.
It's definitely something that, I mean, you could stand around and just walk around these game worlds and just stare at the scenery for like hours and days on end and never actually do anything with the game and be really entertained. Once you get into the gameplay itself, it's one of those type of things where you're kind of like all in or you're really overwhelmed. I still get super overwhelmed with some of the things that there is to do in these games because there's just so much to it, and just like, oh no, you walk 2 feet and there's a citizen coming up and saying, hey, my brother-in-law has been captured by bandits. Okay, I'll add that to my list. Walk 2 more feet.
Right.
There's a thief, he just stole my pie. Oh, okay, I'll add that to the list. And by the time you've like walked 10 feet into town, you've got a whole list of stuff you need to do, and you're just like, oh no, where do I start?
Yeah, these games are very intricate and just, it's definitely hard to keep up once you start.
Mm-hmm. That is the truth.
What?
I was going to say, the games I used to play, I haven't been really involved in the game. It's called Perfect World. It's kind of like a watered-down version of World of Warcraft. And Perfect World is what I used to play a long time ago. And I tried to get into it not too long ago, but I couldn't remember how to play it because I haven't done it for quite some time. So I stopped playing it. So, kind of bummer. I kind of miss it. A little break, to the real world.
Right. Mm-hmm. Just a little escape.
Mm-hmm.
So for you guys, what's your favorite genre of music?
Mine is techno rave. I've been in techno rave and mixes, remixes and such. That's been my favorite in the world. And 80s.
And 80s?
The 80s music, 80s genre stuff, like kind of like Prince, kind of that kind of area. But yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. Nice.
I have a huge enjoyment of a lot of different kinds of music. I've gotten more into pop over the last several years than I ever would have thought possible, which is kind of a